To First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Into the secondary again. And down to the 27-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to his left.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. The 6-yard line.
Second and 9.
Throwing, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's one way to get yourself out of a hole. They're backed up deep, and while this looked like a simple completion at first, he was able to create some space, and off he goes. Separation not just in the route, but after the catch, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And the grab by Croft. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Chubb. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mayfield now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Oliver. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And some room to maneuver. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to air one out.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Out of his end zone, Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jackson on first down.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and inches, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
That one goes for 30 yards. They go play action. Mayfield. 20, 10, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Browns have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And hauled in by Croft. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Dances by at the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
76 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have broken the tie. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Steps away to his left. Drops it off for Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. Play fake. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Now Jackson on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. That's taken it around the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 29, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Taken in at the 3.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They'll run for it. Chubb. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Uses the stiff arm. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 58 yards. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. From the 27, Jackson. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And even 150 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Browns 42, Ravens.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Throwing, Jackson.
Buying time to his left. 1st down and more for Jackson. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Jackson.
Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, with much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Now Jackson.
Flush to his right. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
Shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I went and got my digits up. Listen, your favorite, bruh. Listen, you don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory, tell the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined.